That's how you do right there, boys. That makes you happy right there, boys.
They thought you'd miss.
Quick work of
Yeah.
it.
That didn't take very long, did it?
Way to do it, brother. Yes.
That's how you cast that menhaden in North Carolina right there, boys.
That's right. Blow them up all at one time.
Let me get my live well set
I
up.
don't know if you got enough live well there to keep all them alive.
Yeah, don't stay alive in there.
Good golly, I do reckon, son.
Super live. That's some good drum bait right there.
Yes, sir, buddy. Oh, yes, sir, buddy.
Right there, fella.
Well, you know, you had a cork, you had your dip.
I had a good cat to show me where they were.
It's all it took. A little bit of teamwork, man. A little bit of teamwork. Now that's a load, man. Hey, that right there, if I was at the beach, I'd be fired up hitting on right there to big water.
There, yeah, that's it.
Now we need about 2 great big dark spots right above it.
That's exactly right. A couple drum marking them. I wish. It's a pretty ledge right there. Okay.
All right, we got to a ledge. As you saw on the scope, it was telling us that we've got a change from 9 foot to 12, which is a 3 foot drop. Excellent ridge for the fish to work on and feed on. They try to catch the bait as it comes off the ledge, and they'll lay up under it, and as they come over their head, they'll just suck them up. We're out here looking for the drum. We're with our Captain Richard Andrews here with his great Tar Pam Guide Service and outfitting service. And,
That's right.
And he fishes not only for drum, he fishes for tarpon, he fishes for the flounder and trout and any other species you want to speak of, stripers.
Puppy drum, stripers in the wintertime, stripers in the spring. I fish the Roanoke River 6 months out of the year, and fish the Pamlico and Pam Guide Rivers and the Noose the other 6 months during the warm ones.
So now what he's going to do is, the state has changed the laws here over the last 3 years, and they instituted a way for catch and release of the big drum not to hurt them. And they did a moratorium study for about 3 months on the fish to use different rigs to see what happened, but they took also a 2-year program and used other anglers throughout the country to actually give them a feedback on what worked the best. Now what he's going to show you is the rig that they're using that supposedly doesn't hurt the drum near as much. And explain it if you don't mind, Captain.
Well, this is I think a 10-aught circle hook with the barb pressed down so it's barbless. This is 100-pound leader material, snelled to the eye of the hook. That way it creates a better hookup the way it's snelled because of the angle of the line going inside the eye that way. The law requires no more than 6 inches distance between the weight and the eye of the hook. And it needs to be, this is a 3-ounce weight, and that's pretty standard for your drum rigs. 2 beads on either side of the weight to hold it in place, crimped in place. This one happens to have a barrel swivel on the end. Sometimes I make them with just a loop to, attached to my snap swivel. I like to tie a double line with a bimini twist here. It creates a shock leader, and you know, it's a better connection with the double line connection to the snap swivel there instead of the just a single knot. So pretty standard drum rig. Most drum fishermen vary it a little bit. People might have a 60 or 80 pound wind on leader that they use.
Fluorocarbon or
some guys, yeah, fluorocarbon or whatever. But some guys mostly just most guys that you'll find just tie one single line straight to the swivel. But I like this shock leader here. It's a little bit better connection. I don't break any fish off. I say that, but I hope it doesn't happen today.
Well,
you can cut that part out, by the way.
Let's see if you can't rig one up, drop it in the water, and tell us how you're hooking your fish and why you feel like you like to hook it that way.
Now that was kind of on the small end, but really you like to have some mullets that are kind of big, you know, 8 to 10 inches, somewhere in that range right there, that size. You can cut. What I do is I cut the head off. And sometimes I even, if I'm trying to save bait or whatever, I might even cut the heads in half like that, and it creates a pretty bloody bait on either side. What I do is I go about 1 inch down and just stake it, and that's your drum bait right there. Put the hook right through there, just like this. Put it right through the back skin. I pick the scale off, run it right through so it doubles through the skin. That's why mullet makes such a great bait, because the skin's real tough and it stays on real well. So that's how I fish them. Sometimes when I'm trying to save bait again, I'll cut these in half and fish a half, you know, one side of this, and they'll eat them just as good. You can get a bait or two out here. Never know what might be swimming underneath the boat right now. What I do with these is, it just all depends on what size your menhaden are. But this is a good size. This is a perfect size right here. You can take them and actually half them like this. Just cut them right in half. Use the back end and the front end. You got 2 baits out of 1 fish. Some guys might even fish. And I just generally put the hook right there through the spot. I mean, it works good. It's a good place right through the back. Holds. Some guys might even use a whole bait and cut the tail off. Just totally your personal preference. But that's fresh bait right there. That's still bleeding right there. So. Still squirming just about. They'll make a good run like that. They'll stop.
It's not a good run?
No, he would have come up jumping to the park.
There it goes.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably a drum then.
As much ground as he covered, I'm gonna say.
If you don't feel him pulling and checking his head, it might be a big skate. Look how big he is. Nice in there, bud. Little gray one. Alright, here's how you handle it.
Talk to him.
Put your hand right on their belly like this. Hold them by the tail. Like that. Alright?
Got it. You're going to have to go over there. Don't worry, that fish ain't going in the water that quick. Go ahead.
You want to hold him? Yeah. Right, grab him like that. Hold him up there on his belly.
Walk on back.
Walk on back.
Get a good shot of it. That's a lot of meat right there.
That's a lot of meat. Here, get out of your way. See how
Look at that. Look at that dude. I can shorten it up.
Do it the other way. You can hold that the other way.
I can shorten it up a little.
Alright.
Hang on to it.
Oh, that's there you went.
Good deal. I saw it. Caught the camera going, the story. Tell them about your first drum and how big it was.
One thing I can tell you, if you can see them hands still trembling, legs are still shaking, that's just about like riding a crop tractor at about 200 miles an hour. You ain't never done it. Need to try it, because this is awesome. Very awesome. I'm still shook up. My hands are cramping. Look at my thumb jumping. Look at my thumb. That is not me. That's nerves. That's nerves with strains of muscle. My whole upper body sore. I just felt like I did a 2-hour workout. That was awesome. Fish is gone, released, perfect. Swam off, great, good. Everything kosher. Let's catch another one.
Well, you saw my son catch his very first red drum out of Pamlico Sound. Fishing with great Captain Richard Andrews out here in this nice flats boat sitting out here in beautiful Pamlico Sound. Sun is at about a good 30-degree angle, so that means in about 2 hours it's going to be almost dark. But in the meantime, we're going to keep right on fishing, and maybe we can show you some more of them great big red boys. That's an absolutely gorgeous fish, wasn't it? Wasn't he a monster? And you know, my son's not a little fella either. I mean, and that was a pretty big fish. And we'll get some more action coming right up. Y'all keep watching. We want to make sure the Captain Richard over here. Captain Richard, you see him? You see him right there baiting that thing? Look at him. Now, he's the man. Thank you, sir.
We're gonna get another one, boys. We're gonna get another one. Don't you worry. No relenting out here.